Ambitious women, entrepreneurs are beginning a movement to create a new way of business that focuses on collaboration and community. Together, we are shaping the way by using our intuition, our inner insight, and our creativity. Join us for inspiration, motivation, and transformation. This is your host, Lucy McMonagle, and this is the Wealthy Wednesday Show. A special thanks to Gordon Reary for creating the music. You can find him on Facebook under Gordon Reary. So now, let's get started. Hey, welcome to another edition of the Wealthy Wednesday Show. This is your host, Lucy McMonagle, and I want you to grab a pen and paper because today we have a phenomenal guest who's all the way in from China. Her name is Jan Anderson, and she is an energy healing business coach passionate about helping energy healers make the transition from working on friends and family to starting up their own healing practice. She is a teacher, she's a healer, a practitioner, and a coach, and her specialty is helping energy healers stay tuned into their powerful inner being while starting up their business. And these tips and strategies are really going to help you be able to stay tuned into your inner power being so that you can produce a better business, even if it's not necessarily an energy business, but I'm sure you may want to share this with your friends. So Jan, welcome to the Wealthy Wednesday Show.
Thank you very much, Lucy. It's great to be here. Good to see you.
It's good to see you. Wow, Jan, you are so amazing. And you are really helping the hundreds of energy workers that are coming out into the world that want to make this world a better place. And they want to make a difference in the world by using their gifts that they've been given or that they've learned. But, a lot of entrepreneurs, they may have something stopping them from being able to start up their energy business. Can you talk a little bit about what's really causing the stoppage in these energy healers that want to start a business, but they're being stopped?
That's right. Very often it's anxiety. And, they're thinking about transitioning from, they've finished their course, they've practiced on their friends and family. Now they're thinking about transitioning to starting their own practice. And that's a huge gap. They often don't know how to start a business. Or if they have some knowledge, they don't know where to get other knowledge about the legalities of starting a business. And very often I've seen some people who are afraid to come out of the closet as an energy worker. There's some family or friends who think this is strange. I mean, I've had somebody say, "Are you a witch?" Actually said that to me.
I've had that said to me too.
So it is scary coming out of the closet and all of these other things. So it's really important to make friends with your anxiety.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. How do you make friends with your anxiety though?
Well, as anyone is putting their toes into new waters, they're always going to feel some anxiety. It's natural. And what's important is that you get over your self-judgment and any old energy blocks that's holding you back. Now, energy healers are well positioned for that. They can clear their own energy. They probably meditate. And there's other things like inner being coaching that can help you through that process, help you focus on the present moment rather than all of your self-judgment. And once they've tapped into their inner being and cleared their energy blocks, then they're in a position to make friends with their anxiety. they can allow the anxiety to be a signal that says, it's time to clear your energy, time to go within into your inner knowing and take the next step.
Wow. So how there, for a lot of energy workers and a lot of entrepreneurs who are women who are tapping into their intuition and running their business, what are some techniques that you might suggest on how to clear their energy or how to keep it clear? Because sometimes as an energy worker, we can clear it, but then we kind of forget. So do you have any tips or strategies on what would they do for keeping clean?
You know, it's often the hardest thing to do by yourself. You get so busy as an entrepreneur. And so self-care kind of gets put on the back burner. So a daily regimen, like a morning regimen, would be great. And most energy healers are already doing that. It's when you get busy, it's when you get stuck that it becomes harder to do.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the professional athletes going through performance slumps. They know what to do. They're experts at it. They just can't do what they know what to do. And that's when you need somebody to help you along, like an energy healing coach, to help you clear your energy and help you get back into the moment, get back into the flow, and help you with your next steps.
Wow.
And so I think most energy healers know their own techniques. They've probably used EFT or Reiki or other energy healing modalities. And those are all wonderful modalities to get through energy blocks. So where you need the help is when you're stuck. And a lot of people, as they're facing the new challenges, are getting stuck. And that's what I'm here to help them with.
And do you have any tips on just little steps that they can do to prepare to get unstuck before they actually start working with somebody?
What's important is that they're tuning in to what they really want. So they need to know what their goals are. And very often when somebody is thinking about business goals, if it's not structured in the right way, it can be disempowering. So you want to structure your goal in a way that empowers you. And I've seen some goals that are just like, how do you know that you can achieve them? They're so general that you never know if, you know, in 20 years of success, you don't know that you've actually succeeded. So let's set your goals very practical, very step-by-step, very achievable, and fun. Let's make it fun. That's the foundation. There's 3 essential things for any business owner, but especially energy healers, to know about going forward. And that's who needs their services, how many people need their services. Then they want to know what price point those people are willing to pay for their services. And then how to ethically bring those two together. So in business terms, we would call that knowing your niche, knowing your price points, and the type of transformational marketing that's going to bring those two things together.
Oh, and that's so crucial to really start out with a goal. And you can start with a general goal to start with, but you really have to bring that down so that it's specific, so that you'll know that you actually achieved it. rather than, oh, I want to make more money. Well, if you made
Don't we
$1,
all?
you made more money. So
Yeah, $100, yeah. But you want, it's sometimes scary to think big
Mhm.
and then to bring it down.
Yes.
Some people don't have a problem with that. And so they don't have a problem with thinking big. They have a problem with bringing it down into specifics. So there's two types of mistakes in setting goals. And then there's also the mistake of, everything, your time is, there's no time for fun. There's no time for taking a rest, recharging your batteries.
Mhm.
Your fun has to be part of your schedule, and that's a hard thing to maintain. And even for myself, that's a hard thing to maintain. You have to recharge your batteries. You have to do self-care. So you make that all a part of your action plan.
That's really important to really make that all a part of your action plan, and to also really know who are you serving. Because there's so many entrepreneurs, and they're heart centered, they're energy healers, they want to help everybody, and then everybody doesn't really know what exactly are you helping them. I mean, they're not sure, they're not clear. So your clientele kind of gets a little confused, and well, when they're confused, they're certainly not going to purchase from you. So you shrink that down so that you
It's
have the niche.
yes, it's common for people to want to help everybody, and so their
Mhm.
website conveys that. And then nobody knows if you can actually help me.
Yes.
And studies have shown that the more targeted you are on your website or where your platform is, that the more people come through and click through to your programs. It doesn't make sense. It's not intuitive,
Mhm.
but it works. So if you're
Yes.
targeting new mothers, if you're targeting university students going through exams, you're probably going to get more business than if you're much more general than that.
Mhm. That's true. And another thing about niching is in the healing business, is it possible to niche an issue, such as I work with individuals who have a back injury from an auto accident, instead of just saying I work with just college students, or I just work with this. Can you work as an energy healer? Can you specialize in a certain thing that you help rejuvenate or
Absolutely.
heal?
Absolutely. There's all kinds of different niches. Back pain. Um, some people I know specialize in cancer. Uh, there's all kinds of, the sky's the limit. There's many niches, and you really only need 100 people to be your full-time clients to have a decent living, a clientele that's going to help you uh, live your life full-time as an energy healer. And once you've got that foundation, then you can grow your business even further. But that would be the first goal, is to get the first client, and then
Yes.
after that you're working for 100. And so those are the steps that I would take.
Wow. And that's really important with those particular steps, with you starting the goal, make sure who are you working with, or what condition are you working with, how to get moving forward, getting the first client, then start working towards the 100 clients. and making sure that everything that you have, whether you have a website, whether you talking to people in person, it's all congruent so that individuals know that, yes, you can help them with that issue or that particular thing, or they're that person. That's really important. And a lot of individuals, they don't always know what it means to niche down, because when you enter as an entrepreneur, you get a lot of terms given to you that you just might not understand because they're not a common language that we use unless you're in the entrepreneurial world. So, let's kind of break it down just a little bit more and if an energy worker or an energy healer wants to take the leap from going from just family and friends to starting up their own healing business, did we cover the essential steps that they need, or are there other essential practical steps that they need?
Once they've developed their goals, once they've done some market testing, and decided what their niche is going to be and tested that a little bit. And that's important. You want to test before you dedicate all your resources to that particular niche. Once you've decided that, then that's when you make a decision. Are you going to commit yourself to this niche? Once you've made that commitment to the niche, you've tested it, you know that there's enough people to make a decent living serving them, then how do you serve them? What do they really want? And then how can you offer that to them at a price that they're willing to pay? So these are all the next steps that I would take people through.
Wow. And that's right there so crucial, that individuals need to know how can you serve them and what can you provide. Because if they don't know, if you're not very clear, if you're not very specific on that, individuals are not going to be coming to you, or they won't know who to refer you to. Is that correct?
That's correct. If you're just a generalist and your friend has a specific problem, they're going to think of somebody who specializes in that particular need before they refer you.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah, that's true. That is so true. So, what's the heart of this? Is there a heart of this? And how does an energy healer be able to really hone down the next steps for them, or be able to know what it's like to work with an individuals to help them through starting up their business and getting it going?
There's a lot they can do on their own.
Oh.
They can keep their energy clear. They can, there's a lot of information on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
They can talk to other entrepreneurs. So there's a lot to prepare for yourself. And I would recommend people do that. But there's always going to be something you don't know. And also energy blocks. And those slow you down. And what I've noticed is that you can do so much on your own, but it takes so long. And that's why we have coaches, whether it's in athletics or in business. The reason why we have coaches is to get you where you need to be faster. They can see where you're falling down. They can push you when you need to be pushed. They can encourage you when you need encouragement. They can tell you what the next steps are. And so that's a vital part of what I see my role is as a coach, is creating that support that moves the person along, the energy healer along, to create their, not just, just not a business, but something that reaches out into the community to improve the community.
Mm. Yeah, that's very important. And Jan, this is we're already almost up on our time. Could you tell us a little bit about a special gift that you have for individuals? And can you tell us how they can get a hold of that gift?
Right. It's called Yes You Can. It's a 10-day Get Your Energy Aligned workbook. And so it's a really simple 10 minutes a day, because we're all so busy. So in 10 days, you can get your energy aligned. It's a precursor to the workbook that I have on my website that is designed to help you decide on your goals, your business goals. So you can access it at your healing business / yes you can,
Wow.
and just sign up for it.
Wow. So you would go to yourhealingbusiness.com/yes you can. And there's dashes in between yes you can.
That's right.
Fabulous. Jan, this has been so fabulous for you having given us the steps. Find out your goals. Make sure you know who your niche is. What are the next steps? And what's more important is really how can you utilize an energy coach such as yourself in order to really move further faster?
Thank you, Lucy. It's been great being here with you. And it's so important. I think that the world just needs our energy healers to step up and not just work in small communities or just have a few clients. We really need to step up and become a healing force within our communities. And as we become more comfortable as entrepreneurs, as putting ourselves out into the community, we just we need to become more comfortable as entrepreneurs, putting our face in front of people.
That's so crucial for energy workers and energy healers. And it's so important right now in time. We have so many wonderful, beautiful energy workers that are hiding. They're kind of not putting it out there, but really stepping up. If you've been thinking about it, if you've been dabbing into it, maybe you have your reflexology license, or maybe you just finished your Reiki certification, or maybe you've done something else such as pranic healing, or maybe you have a modality that you do yourself, or you combine that with other things. Really understanding, seeking out a coach that really works with energy workers so that you truly understand how can you put your business together, how can you open your mind and utilize everything that you can and really move further faster. So that's where Jan will really be able to help you and be able to help you create the business, make the impact on the world, and be able to move forward. So Jan, is there any last tips that you would like to leave our audience with before we wrap it up?
Thank you, Lucy. I just want to offer some energy clearing.
Fabulous.
As you're thinking about starting your energy business, just take a deep breath And notice where any anxiety is. It could be in your chest or in your throat. And give it a number. And whatever number that is, delete that to 0 minus infinity. And now strengthen it to 100% infinite potential, infinite time. Past, present, and future. And as you think about your next steps, strengthen that to 100% infinite time, infinite potential. And move forward. Okay.
Wow. Wow, that was, I could feel that inside of me, clearing anxiety blocks in me. So thank you, Jan. That was fabulous. And
You're welcome.
as energy workers, I really hope that if you downloaded the Wealthy Wednesday show, click the rewind button if you want to listen to that again and really sink it in and pay attention. As long as you're not driving, make sure you're careful and you can really feel it. So Jan, thank you for being on the Wealthy Wednesday show. This has been phenomenal. You've given us tips, you've given us strategies, and really set up the energy workers who are getting ready to move forward. And hopefully they'll get a hold of you before they get stuck so that they won't get stuck at all. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Lucy.
And for my audience, I am so grateful that you are listening to the Wealthy Wednesday show. If you know of an energy healer, if you know somebody who maybe they're getting a certification in some type of healing modality, make sure you send them the link to this video so that they'll be able to get the benefits of what we just talked about today, and so they can lessen their anxiety for building their business. And also go to our Facebook page at facebook.com/Wealthy Wednesday Show. Let us know, what did you think about this show? Put your comments in. And if there's any topics that you would like me to cover on the Wealthy Wednesday show, let me know that too. And I will do my best to ensure that that topic's covered. So until next time, abundant blessings.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Wealthy Wednesday show. This is your host, Lucy McMonagle, and I would love to keep in touch with you by giving you a very special gift that will help you move your business and your life forward. You can access this special gift I am giving to you at my website at lucymcmonagle.com. That's LucyMcMonagle.com for keeping in touch with me and getting access to a gift that will help you move your business and life forward. Until next time, abundant blessings.